So what's going on, everyone? Today's going to be a video for Intel. It's been a long time since I did a price prediction for this stock, and look at it. It just completely bombed. The market here in Intel did not even go up after we did the price prediction, and it does happen. I mean, the next day that we did, after we did our price prediction, the market in Intel hit the sell pocket, and the market went down from there. So it wasn't too much meat on the bones for us to grab any profit from Intel right there. Maybe only 3%, and that was it. So yeah, I don't like this one, but as always, you see another day, gives you another opportunity to get right back into the market and participate. So welcome to the channel. Before we break down what we see on the chart for Intel, if you guys appreciate the content, hit that like, share, and as well as subscribe for more of these videos, because we're doing something different here. We're not just trying to get the views. We want to show you and teach you how to view the market a different way. And the way that we view it here on this particular channel is by looking at price bars and volume, because we can actually see as a collective what everyone else is trying to do. And considering from our last price prediction in Intel that price didn't go higher, then the collective have shown us that they weren't buying. And if the market overall isn't buying, then we shouldn't be buyers. Neither we should be sellers, or if anything, we need to be sitting on the sideline watching the game play out until it's seen in our favor. Then we need to come in and participate. So let's go ahead and clean up this chart first, because Intel still didn't hold any of these pockets of buying, neither after it fell down from $26. So let's get rid of this buy pocket. Let's get rid of this buy pocket. Let's get rid of this buy pocket right here, and let's take this one out. So we just completely cleaned the field, because the sellers has eradicated all of those buyers. They did not even participate. They didn't come to the game. They didn't dress out. They completely vanished. So with that being seen, we can kind of say, look, this price area is being dominated by sellers. Look at that. Look at how quick we can determine at what prices are majority of the people. Right here in this pocket, this sell pocket is where majority of sellers are. That's why we call it a sell pocket. Look at this. That's why right here on May 13th, look what happened in Intel, right? It came right back to that pocket, and what happened to the price? You got it. It went down. Boom. Simple, right? Let's look at this one. What happened on June the 10th? Price came right back to that pocket. Boom. Went down. This tells us that there's a lot of people or a lot of shares for Intel that is ready to be sold, because these buyers, they're not able to break price above that pocket. This is a massive place to where people are selling. And we don't need to look for price in Intel to go up until we see price or buyers break that pocket. Okay. So now maybe we might see price in Intel hit just a consolidational trading period. So the buyers may be just trying to absorb all of these sellers in the market so that they can break price through that sell pocket. So it could be a couple of weeks, couple of months to see Intel trade in this way until they completely get rid of all of the sellers. And then boom, you'll get that breakout, because this time was an accumulation period to where they was trying to get rid of these sellers. Okay. Now, seeing that we saw price get rejected twice off of that sell pocket, is telling us that we shouldn't be buyers right now. Just like we created that pocket, though, we can also create where we think buyers are. And this is a small area that we got buyers. Okay. Now you can see we have just created the areas to where we think market's going to bounce and where market's going to sell off. We just did that fast. So the war is being waged between the buyers down here and the sellers up there. Buyers down here, sellers up there. So we're making another move back down to this buy pocket. Let's look at what happened in the market and Intel on the week. So here it is on the week. Look at that weekly price bar. Does it look bullish to you? Like, just keep it above. Does that tell you that it looks like the buyers won last week? Because it doesn't look like that to me. It doesn't look like those buyers showed up at all. The market, well, I can't say that. I'm going to take that back. The buyers did show up, but they couldn't hold price. The sellers enter the market and they successfully closed the market at the very bottom of that weekly bar. Look at that. If the buyers held price, we would have seen the market close up here. But it went down there. And then look at the volume too. So yeah, there was a lot of market participation now last week. Let's look at Intel on the 5. Now, the thing that you want to see is a continuation. You want to see follow through from the printing of price bars. You don't see that here. You don't see any follow through on this 5-day bar. Now, do you? No. The next 3 5-day bars, the market and Intel went down. There wasn't any follow through from the buyers. Okay. Let's look at this on the 4. Here it is on the 4. Doesn't this bar look just like the weekly? Something is awry, and people are telling us that this is a buying opportunity right now. Because the 4 and the weekly chart is not saying that. Here it is on the 3. Intel on the 2. And Intel on the 1. Here's Intel on the 5-hour chart. So again, can we see price bounce? Most definitely. It looked like we can see it bounce on the 5-hour chart, like right here. So we're getting an opportunity for the market to bounce right now on a shorter time frame. Here it is on the 3. Intel on the 1-hour chart. Okay. What about on the 330? Intel on the 30-minute chart. You can see on the 30-minute chart where we potentially have sellers. Here and here. So yeah, price could go higher in Intel, but I'll be looking for the market to top out at one of these 3 points. These are where sellers are positioned and stationed. Okay. So on the 30-minute time frame. So that's what it looks like on the daily. Let's play the market and Intel to the downside. Okay. I don't think it's going to go that high, but just to be safe, I really don't want to see the market Intel break this upper 30-minute sell pocket. If it does that, then we need to target the sell pocket to hit price to hit this upper sell pocket around 22.50. But we're going to target the market here, Intel right here at 19.50, or at the bottom of the pocket at $19.29. That's 4.25. That's going to be real important to see the test of whether or not the buyers are going to hold that. If they don't, we're coming all the way down here to around $17, $18 in Intel. Okay. So let's see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Let's go and save that. And I am done. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.